Hello everyone and welcome back to Reading in Bed Extracts with me, Amanda Steele. Today I'm going to be reading a book that I've very kindly had sent to me by the publisher Legend Press. So the book is called The Double and it's by Ann Gosslin, so I'll start by reading the blurb. Following a violent outburst at an awards ceremony, Vidor Kiraly, a prize-winning neuroscientist and Cambridge don, is sent to an isolated psychiatric clinic in the Swiss Alps. When the clinic's director, Anton Gessen, tries in vain to unearth the missing pieces of Vidor's life, he suspects his reluctant patient is not who he appears to be. After one of the patients at the clinic goes missing, Gessen has reason to doubt Vidor's self-proclaimed innocence. But what is he hiding, and who might be next? Chapter 1. Rosenborg Castle, Copenhagen, Denmark, 22nd of October 2008. When a man in ceremonial dress announced his name, Vidor rose from his seat and approached the stage. Polite applause and a blaze of flashbulbs accompanied his journey up the steps. Blinded by the cameras, he briefly stumbled as a wave of nausea threatened to derail his progress towards the dais and the beaming man awaiting him. Having rushed to the airport to catch his flight to Copenhagen, and too nervous to eat, he'd consumed nothing since breakfast. That single whisky on the plane to calm his nerves had left a burning sensation in his gut. The big day had come, the pinnacle of his career. Yet here he was, unsteady on his feet and afraid of passing out. His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince of Denmark, resplendent in gold epaulettes and a blue silk sash, smiled at him as he approached the dais. He touched his breast pocket to make sure he hadn't left his notes on the kitchen table. Winner of the Sogard Prize for Excellence and Innovation in Neuroscience. Quite a feather for his cap. Perhaps next year it would have been a Nobel. With his name in the history books, no one would doubt him then. In the great hall, where the air was thick with the odour of too many bodies, he found it difficult to breathe. But he remembered to smile as the Crown Prince placed a gold medal around his neck, and a brass plaque was thrust into his arms. They shook hands and together turned towards the rows of heads, faceless in the muted lights, while the media pack snapped away in a frenzy of popping flashbulbs. "Over here! Give us a smile!" He flinched in the bright lights and shuffled his notes, frowning through a brief moment of confusion. Why was he here? Before launching into his prepared remarks, he began with Newton's famous quote about standing on the shoulders of giants, sure to be a crowd pleaser, but his words stalled and juddered as he thanked his colleagues and students, pausing to remind the esteemed members of the audience about the slow and painstaking nature of scientific progress. One step forward, 2 steps back. He meant to offer them a pithy line frequently quoted in his field, but he couldn't locate the phrase in his notes. Did he not write it down? Sweat streamed from his brows before him. The disembodied heads expanded to ghoulish proportions, then receded like deflating balloons. He struggled to read his notes, and when he looked up he spotted a man slipping through the doors and taking the place at the back of the hall. Arms crossed, jutting chin, a sinister, jeering figure with black eyes that glowed like embers. Blood rushed to his face. Him again! How dare he? Choking with rage, a strangled cry escaped his lips. "Monster! Traitor! You're supposed to be dead!" Blind with fury, Vidor leapt from the stage and raced down the aisle to lunge for the intruder's throat. The satisfying crack of the man's skull against the stone floor gave him a brief moment of pleasure. Amidst the rising tide of chaos and clamour, someone wrenched his arm back. A sharp cry, a stab of pain. Darkness fell upon him like a shroud. And that's the end of the extract for this episode. So if you like the sound of that book, I'll post a link so you can find out where to buy it, and I'll also post a link so you can find out more about the author. So thanks for listening, and tune in next time, and remember to subscribe so that you get informed when a new episode is posted, because I'm currently doing my book Ghost of Me, where I'm posting a chapter every week So unfortunately this podcast isn't going to be weekly anymore, so it could be 2 or 3 weeks or even monthly. But if you're a subscriber, you'll be informed when it goes online. So thanks for listening, and bye for now.